Well, howdy. It's Riff Arcade. I'm Josh, and welcome back to Freddy Pharkas Frontier Pharmacist. I've learned that if you leave the game on the main menu, it just goes into the follow the bouncing ball segment. So here we are. We're back at this. I'll just kind of talk while this is going on, and if you choose to sing along in the background, feel free. So just a fun update. Yesterday, I spent 8 hours with Spence and Butts, kind of doing everything. We recorded the episodes for September. We've got some really funny. We did Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, which some of you may or may not know. It's kind of like a visual novel style game where you solve cases from the bench of lawyering, and those episodes were magical. They were just really we had some good jokes. So we spent half the time doing that. We also got together and practiced the music. Once again, the riff part of Riff Arcade is just lifting off the ground further and further and further. So we fought with computers for 2 hours to see if we could use Butts' laptop as just the music, and then just output his music to my laptop, so my laptop just handles the online stuff. So through that, I'm just really excited. We spent a lot of time together yesterday, and some good stuff happened. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right to it. Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist. Let's pick up right where we left off last time with the riff save. So here we are. Speed looks good. For those of you that watched the last Freddy Pharkas stream, I talked about this game is a classic Sierra game. It's got its pros, but it's also got its cons. And one of those cons is that the entire game, pretty much, you are timed. And you can't see the timer. It's just, you'll be walking around, the screen cuts to black, and Woodland Willie goes, well, you got a game over, and that's it. You just lose. So, we're going to try to avoid that. I'm just going to keep a save right here at the beginning of this segment. I don't think this segment's too long, so if I mess up, we're just going to come back here and do everything faster. The best is yet to come. Yes, it is. It really is. For one thing, I'm not saying that I'm the best. I'm not going from best to me. That's not the transition. But I'm just going to say, I will be a part of the next music stream. So it will be Spence on guitar, Butts on the drums, and I will be slapping the bass man, as you kids say. Okay. So, when last we left off, we had just routed a stampede of snails off of a cliff using a trail of alcoholic beverages. So, every part of that sentence is true. None of that is a joke, at least not from my end. From the game's end, certainly. But that's the base level we're starting at tonight. So now we've got a man stuck in an anthill. Let's talk to the fella. Let's see if we can help him out. Hello, stranger. I haven't seen you around these parts before. I know it's none of my business, but why are you sitting on top of an active anthill in the heat of this semi-desert sun? Oh, my normal fellow, I am but a weary traveler from a land far, far away. I'm not doing the Indian accent. Journeying here peacefully merely to experience the curative powers of your local mineral waters. The other members of my stagecoach party, claiming a frustration with my excessive verbosity and sesquipedalian inclinations, forcefully placed me in my current sitting position on this lovely feature of your landscape. Knowing full well that because of religious reasons I would be unable to climb down myself. How cruel those Yosemite-bound tourists are. My name is Freddy Pharkas. I own the local pharmacy here in Corsgold. How do you do, Mr. Pharkas? My name is Srini Lalkaka Bagdanish. Pardon me if I don't get up. You think to yourself, I've been considering taking on a loyal Indian sidekick. I like that. So what they've done is, well, I'll say it in a second. I'm seeking a new assistant down at the pharmacy. Would you be considering a relocation to this area? You know, Corsgold offers extremely reasonable housing costs and an abundance of sunny weather. Well, no, not really, but yes. No, but actually yes. Perhaps I would be willing, but as you can readily see, I'm quite busy at this current moment. I am here standing myself beside. Have you considered climbing down and walking away? I cannot possibly do that. Life is sacred. If I were to move, I should indubitably injure some of these small six-legged life forms. I'm sure someone will come along soon to the aid of me. I'll see what I can do, Srini. Alright, so what the game did was, instead of taking the PR route and correctly calling him a Native American sidekick, they went the other way and just made him an actual native of India and an Indian. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do. So first things first, let's save the poor fella. So let's get back into town, see if we can find something that might help this lad out. We'll speed things up just a little with this very unfortunate menu. Play. Just a little bit. Whoop, that was a close one. Considering the condition of this old bridge, you may only have about 3 crossings left. That's not true. I've wanted to cross this bridge tons and tons of times. Oh, hello, miss. I noticed in the last stream I had cut off some of the menu, so there is a black bar at the top of the screen, but if I cut off the black bar, it cuts off part of the menu. And I didn't want to do that, so the black bar remains. Actually, I think I wanted to go to the back streets. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Somebody once told me the world... No, I'm kidding. It's, oh. Someone's, burying somebody in the graveyard. We'll figure that out later. There are no more farting horses, unfortunately. Farting horses, the game, is no longer the case. Let's see. So what I am looking for is a ladder. I think it's on the slide. I think I need the slides ladder. Maybe not? Someone's using the ladder this very moment. Okay, well. Alright, the ladder held in place by a couple of old loose screws easily comes away from the rest of the slide assembly. You somehow cram it into your pocket along with the rest of the junk you've got stockpiled in there. Good job, Freddy. Wreck the little kids' playground equipment. If only they knew how good and true your heart is. Alright, so I've got a ladder. That's important. And the girl's just standing there now. Especially with pain. No more farting horses. Then why are any of us here? There's other stuff. There's others. I mean, don't get me wrong. The bar was set very high straight from the beginning. Oh, I need that sound of... I need to find a way to put that sound effect on the board. All I have is... I do want the cat scream. I want the, like... I've got a few. Let me know some sound effects you guys want. I want, like, glass breaking. I want a cat screeching. Farting could be fun. We set the bar high on Riff Arcade. Farting is a must. Must do it. Alright. Let's try to get Srini out of a jam. I'm just walking over the ants. I've got it, Srini. I know how I can help you. Here you go, partner. Hoof your way across this. Oh, my balance sense is stretching now. Hey! You made it! I've got it. The Wilhelm scream we've got. On lock. Thank you, Mr. P. You have saved me. Please don't call me that. Thank you again, Mr. F. Mr. F. I'm so much grateful. Oh, grateful enough to accept the assistant's position I mentioned earlier? I could really use some help out around the shop. I would be honored. Where do I begin? Boom! Sir Freddy headed back to the pharmacy, followed by the eternally grateful Shreddy Lolkalabagnish. Seems like Freddy had not only found himself a new assistant at the pharmacy, but also a good friend as well. The first time I played through this game, I thought Woodland Willie was an older Freddy, because they both have blonde hair, but no. He's just in the store. So I've been thinking about hiring an assistant to help me around the store, clean up, you know, the usual chores. Think you'd be interested? Oh, I would be highly gracious of your bending over to display me such a position. Wait, what? Would you be offering as well a form of payment? I'll pay you 10 cents a day and all the Rustler's stove chocolates you can eat. That is an agreement. Excellent. What was your name again? Shreddy Lolkalabagdanish, but you may call me Shreddy, and I will be calling you Freddy, okay? Okay, now let's get cracking, Shreddy. I'd like you to go out there and create some nice displays for the skin lotions. We may be closed temporarily, but we'll be opening up sooner or later, and we've got to be ready. Also, here's a sign. Can you do the little spinnies and like flip it around your back and point the arrow at the store? What it is, Freddy, I will be getting on that now. What it is. All right. Catch you on the flip side, Freddy. All right. Save. The Riff save. Great. All right. Let's go see what has befallen the citizens of Coarse Gold next. There's Srini hard at work. Can't believe they make me use the banister every time I need to get through. Srini! Dude. Everything going okay in here? What is it looking like? I am having everything under control. You have merely to go be a hero, and I will continue holding up the fort. Thanks! Good job, Srini. Mind the store, Srini. I'm off to uphold justice and stuff. You know, the huge. Okie the dokie. What could it be? Taking your bets now. What do you think is the next problem plaguing everybody? I think I know. So I'm going to go straight to what I think it is. Yes, indeed. The outhouse has a line. What's going on? Holy cow, you've never seen such a long line at the outhouse. Something's rotten in the state of Coarse Gold's bowels. That's right, it's more digestive issues. Say, do any of you guys know how to Madison? Nobody's laughing. She can't hear you over the mighty roar of her lower gastrointestinal tract. Okay. So the problem is, it's diarrhea. So it's again, I'll bring up the menu, and the other big sin this game has is lots of adventure games had something called copy protection, aka something so you couldn't. There are two, but one of them doesn't have a side to it, so you'd be more in the public. So yes, this is it. This is the latrine. Used to be called Shithouse. Good change. Very good change. But no, so one way the video game developers of old kept you from just copying a disc and handing it out to all your friends for free was you had to have the instruction book, and the instruction book had information in it to help you overcome a question in the game that locked progression if you didn't know what it was. That concept in this game has been transformed into, bring it up, it's been transformed into the The Modern Day Book of Health and Hygiene, not an actual medical guide, but a parody of a medical guide that contained the solution and the only way to solve most of the problems in the game. You couldn't solve most of the problems in the game. You'd basically get this. It's like an episode of House. You'd get the symptoms, and you would have to go to this book that came with the game to figure out how to help everybody. So, I've got it pulled up on the internet. I can show you. There it is. It's the Modern Day Guide, Book of Health and Hygiene. So that's what I'm going to be using for the remainder of the series. So yeah, diarrhea. Let's just scroll right to it. D, diarrhea. C, farts. No, I was kidding. Diarrhea, this is what it says. Diarrhea is caused by too many soft, liquidy foods finding their way to your basic digestive system. Unchecked, it can lead to dehydration. It can be cured quickly and cleanly by eating quantities of solid foods or foods with stiffening ingredients like pectin, such as fibrous breads, apples, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, etc. And then it says, C, bisalicylate antitoxidine. All right. Scroll up to bisalicylate. Bisalicylate antioxidine. Has been found to be effective, albeit highly powerful compound in the correction of diarrhea, although it is not normally recommended for individuals due to its extreme concentration and possibility for overdose with subsequent dire consequences. So it has to be heavily diluted. Best when taken with vast quantities of water. Storage may be a problem due to short shelf life. May be synthesized as follows, and then it gives the instructions to synthesize the medicine. So here we go. By the way, I'm also going to need that ladder, so I'm going to go ahead and swing by and get the ladder. I really hope sitting there on the menu didn't count as my time. We're going to find out. Alright, so let me scoot my little butt across Course Gold. I should have grabbed the ladder while I was there. Well, no, it automatically teleported me to the pharmacy with Freddy, so I guess I couldn't have. Well, that's fine. That's great. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Great. Good. Good. I'm glad. So we're back to farting, but now it's people. So now it's like not as funny. Oh, the vultures! What are they doing? Are they eating the snails? A few buzzards have landed here, waiting for some unfortunate life form to become vulture chow. Who's this little owl friend? Cedric the Owl looks lost and out of place in the hot desert sun. So Cedric the Owl is from King's Quest V. If you listen close, you can almost hear him say, Freddy, if you're going to go in there, I'm going to wait out here. It's just a big King's Quest V reference. Another Sierra game. And a much better one. He always has some flimsy excuse. Alright, well, we're going to snag that. It's doing like the... Alright. But here's the second part of the Easter egg. If you go back... They got Cedric. Oh no! That's more violent than I thought. Poor Cedric the Owl. He'll never delay another scene change. He's Cedric the Owl. He should sound like Cedric the Entertainer. Oh, he should. Not anymore. Not anymore, though. He's not Cedric the Entertainer anymore. Ooh, he actually does have a voice in King's Quest V. He's like, I'm an owl. Like, he sounds like a Disney owl. He's like, ooh, ooh, I'm an owl. Ooh. Technically out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Hold your applause. We still have a lot of stream to go. Please, please. Please stop. That was fast. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Get my instructions handy because I'm about to have to make some medicine. Here we go. You return. Yep. It is good to look upon your eternally smiling countenance and face again. Yeah, I missed you too. I'm just giving him the voice of Mr. Handsome from Wayne's World 2. Isn't that right, Mr. Scream? All right, to make this stuff, combine 25 milliliters of bismuth subsiliate. Whatever. Whatever. That's what you want to hear out of a pharmacist. Oh, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever. All right. Bismuth subsalicylate. All right. 25 milliliters of that. 25. Great. With 5 milliliters of orphina-methahydride. Oh, there it is, right there. 5 milliliters. Okay. Beaker. I'm not going to wash out my graduated cylinder, which is just a big no-no. Oh, my green is showing. It went away. Okay. Well, let me finish the instructions. Oh, and a test tube. Do I have a test tube? I don't think I do. I'm just going to put it in the beaker. All right. Oh, that's a test tube. Whoops. All right. Boop. Okay. Start over. Yep, 5 milliliters of that. And 25 milliliters of the bismuth subsalicylate. All right. Boom. Now I've combined them in a test tube. All right. See the glass breaking. The glass. Oh my God, it's stone cold. No. Heat over flame until the mixture begins to boil. We can do that. The chemical warms slowly over the alcohol lamp. Now it's getting pretty hot. Good thing your calyces are thick. The chemical rapidly reaches a full rolling boil. Perfect. Okay. Psst. All right. Pour into medicine bottle and cork. There it is. You carefully label the bottle bacillocylate antioxidine. Congratulations. Be careful. This stuff is mighty concentrated. All right. So then the final instructions are dilute, remove from flame and dilute with 1,000 gallons of water approximately. So, folks, chat, where are we going to find 1,000 gallons of water? Does anyone want to take a guess what the next step is? You can guess as I'm headed to it. And hopefully Willie won't cut me off at the last second and tell me I got a game over. Oh, that reminds me. Apparently you can get some bonus points. I've never done this, but I read a walkthrough and it said you can fill the beer bottles with the with this water, because this is what's giving people the runs. You fill one of the empty beer bottles with water from the water tower. Water tower! Drain Lake Hartwell? No. Run Disney has the right of it. It is the water tower. So we are going to, I'm trying to turn the tap off. There we go. So we've got to take the medicine and dilute it in the water tank. So we're going to put our ladder down. Climb the ladder. Or not. Climb the ladder. I took the ladder. Climb the ladder. Oh no. Come on. Alright, climb the ladder. Climb the ladder. There we go. Now, this is one of those things that's like, it's simple once you know what to do, but if you have adventure game logic, you don't think of it. But you have to pick the ladder back up and put it on the side of the water tower. Ha, you rung. I get it. Okay. So now we're gonna climb the water tower. You remember your father's words of warning about never using the topmost rungs of the ladder, so you stop just short of the ladder top. Open the hatch. Uh-oh. Rope? Uh-oh. I'm gonna do this. The Riff save number 2. Because I genuinely forgot what to do. Let me see if I can remember it. I think it involves the rope. More? More. Oh! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I have to, like, ring the... I forgot how to do it, but I have to... use my rope on the top. But it doesn't work like that. I think I need to combine it. I think I have to make a grappling hook of sorts. I'm just gonna look it up. Freddy Pharkas walkthrough. Let me actually go to this menu. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yes, I remember. I do have the solution already on me. Basically, I just have to tie it into a knot. So I go this and this. With a few quick movements, you make an authentic Western lasso out of the rope. It's like falling off a log. Once you learn how, you never forget. Now, you lasso the top of the water. Lasso the top of the water tower. Great. You snare the tower top. The crowd eats it up. Who's that schmuck with the rope? If you break your full neck up there and die, don't come crying to us. Will you come by and entertain us every time we line up to go to the bathroom, sir? Wonderful. Okay. Now we're going to climb up using the rope. The crowd cheers. Thank God it's Freddy! We're number 1! We're number 1! I think I know what's coming. What are you gonna do now, Freddy? I'm going to Larryland. What? Boing, that one hit a 9.0 on the free plug-o-meter. Alright, Al Lowe, creator of this game. Alright, so we open the water tower. We take our very concentrated medicine, and in it goes. Boom. Drink up, everybody. You carefully pour the purification solution into the town's water supply. Excellent job. It weren't more than a few hours. The folks of Course Gold was feeling a whole heck of a lot better, and their bowels all settled down and happy. It wasn't until late that night, round about midnight, that trouble struck again. Freddy was sound asleep. trouble. Fire! Fire! Freddy Pharkas, please come urgently. What's wrong, Sranny? A tragedy is becoming. The assay office is aflame. She is burning with a might most severe. The pharmacy may be next to lighted. Get dressed as soon as possible. I am dressed. I don't have any pajamas. Take mine. No, wait, there is not a time to perform such an effort. Just hurry and scheme in such a way as to extinguish the most threatening fire. Aw, yeah. Starting to get excited on Freddy Pharkas Frontier Pharmacist. Save. Our timer has restarted. Riff save number 2 sounds good to me. It's diarrhea. Shouldn't they be cheering, we're number 2? That's the joke I thought was gonna come next, but it never did. I could have sworn they were gonna do that joke. What? Oh, that's ready. I was like, what is that? Oh, it's my assistant. Great. Okay, let's get out there and, I mean, how bad of a fire can it be? Mind the store, Serenity. I'm off to uphold justice and stuff. Okie the dokie. I mean, really, how bad could one little fire be? Oh no! It's the entire assay office. The old abandoned assay office is ablaze, threatening to burn down not only itself and your pharmacy, but the whole town. Okay. I have to remember what to do. I think I remember. Okay. Back it up, back it up, back it up. So I've got to find something to put out the fire. Water isn't going to cut it. I don't know why. It's grease fire. No, Someone threw him out of the saloon. I think that's just a random event that can happen. I don't think it has any implications on what we're doing now. Shoot. I need... Let me go to the mercantile. Oh, they replaced the window. At midnight, no less. Excellent work. Somehow I've got to get... Chesterfield is closed at night. I've got to get the stuff that's in, like, fire extinguishers. Or, like, baking soda or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to put out fires. Oh! It's right here in front of the store. Okay. A gigantic pile of 50-pound sacks of baking soda. Yes. Fills the sidewalk in front of your store, nearly blocking the entrance. The baking soda is the Legend Hammer brand. Oh, Legend Hammer, right. Named for the famous international industrialist. His slogan, keep one sack in the smokehouse and another in the stable to help keep it clean and fresh smelling. Alright, so we want some of that. Possibly all of that. Summoning up superhuman strength, you heft the huge pile of baking soda. Then with a horrible wrenching tearing sound, you cram the sacks of baking soda into your pants pocket. I took them all, ladies and gentlemen. You ordered 1 sack of baking soda. Owing to an administrative error, you are now the proud possessor of 100 sacks of baking soda and the superhuman strength required to carry it around. I've read about that with superheroes, that like all superheroes actually have like for every one superhero strength, there is they all have a second inherent passive superhero strength that has to exist to help them do it. So like because otherwise like if someone had super jumping, like Superman has the power to leap tall buildings, but he also has the power to spread his weight out across the ground so he doesn't instantly just like and like crack the cement beneath his feet because he's putting all the pressure on one point. Alright, so this one actually took me forever to figure out when I did it on my own. What you have to do is put the baking soda on the seesaw, because you can't get close enough to the fire. So you have to put it all on the seesaw, get on the swing. I'm actually going to save again, because you can kill yourself right here. Alright, get on the swing. And here we go. We've got to push Freddy just right. And he hit himself. And I killed myself. That's why I saved. Yep, Freddy fell down and went boom. It was a sad day. We've had him all squished and not really living anymore. Of course, we had our own problems to deal with all of a sudden, like. That's about when the town of Course Gold ceased to exist, as we done know it. But that's another story, boys and girls. I got to be alone with my thoughts for a while. Anyway. Let's try that again. You have to wait till he's at the peak of his swing, and then double click. I didn't even double click. Alright. Adventure games, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Freddy. Alright, what if I do it like right there? No. Nope. Has anyone in the chat swung on a swing set? Comment, like, and subscribe if you've ever swung on a swing set. No. What? Wow. Wow. That old Freddy, he's such a swinger. Okay, come on. What if I start back here? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Higher. Higher. Dang it, now I'm trying to make him jump and I can't do it. Do I have to click on the... Okay, I think I know what to do. I think I have to click on the roof when he does his little like swing so high and flipping back. You had one in your backyard growing up? Awesome. I'm sure I've had one at some point. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Boom. Nope, too high. Yes. Yes! Okay. Now we have to jump down onto the seesaw. I put the baking soda on the wrong side of the seesaw. Physics! They're important. Okay, so let me pick up this baking soda and put it on this side. Okay, well at least I know how to do the swing now. I've never had like the tire swing. Everyone's always like, oh, the tire swing in the backyard. The American dream. But I never had that. Oh, I messed up. I swung backwards. I swung into the swamp behind the school. Okay. Death by baking soda. Yes, I sure did. Let's try that again. I'm gonna save again, just in case, so I don't have to redo the baking soda every time. Incredible. Incredible. Okay. Is this what you guys are? Are you not entertained? The top-notch entertainment from Riff Arcade. All right. Push, jump. Push, jump. Yes. And kaboomal. Fires out. The fact that the save screen is dark because it's nighttime is wild. Yeah, it's... Ugh. You single-handedly quenched the flames of the assay office by using a seesaw as a catapult for the baking soda. Too bad nobody was here to see it. They'll never believe you in the morning. Shannon's childhood home. Yes, there was a swamp behind the school. I can show you. It is actually back there. I can show it to you. Big Bird swings. Oh yeah, like okay. So when I was a kid, I had a little Sesame Street swing set. It was actually a Christmas present that I was too young to remember. There's the swamp. There it is. That's what I swung into just a second ago. Yeah, I don't know if they made this dark. I don't know if this was like, let's do a flavor win and make the menu dark too. Or if they were like, hey, when we programmed darkness, it made everything dark. And they were like, F it, ship it. It's due today. I don't know. It's one or the other. I've got to guess which one it is. All right. I'm going back to bed. Also, Grudge Hammer, thanks for stopping by. All of you, really. Smashing with Pain, Beach Lover. You return, yep. It is good to look upon your eternally smiling countenance of face again. Yeah, I missed you too. Is that right, Mr. Scream? Oh, no, I remember. It's like, now that I'm up. Might as well go to the brothel. I think if you try to go to bed, he says something like, oh, I'm too excited now. I can't go to bed. So, there's only one establishment open at this time of night. Let's go to it. Oh, we'll end the saloon. I think the saloon is also open, but that's not where our journeys take us. I haven't been here yet on for you guys. This is the first time you see it. Boom, it's the brothel. Oh. It's the banker. The boss is a little more than upset. Seems that our new friend has been thwarting every plan so far. Yep, something's gotta be done about it. And the sheriff. Absolutely. Now let's get down to business. What is the best way to get rid of our little problem permanently? How about hanging? No too quick and merciless. Poison? Not too unsure. Ancient Egyptian dagger? I can't find mine. You got yours handy? Not at the moment. It don't matter how we do it, so long as we do it soon. And we don't want no proof it was us neither, and nothing to connect it to the boss. Excellent thought. The boss has arranged for a bit of muscle to come on in and make sure the entire town's cleaned out PDQ. We'll be rid of that do-gooder and all his flea-bitten friends in no time. Pretty darn quick. I don't know why I know that. They laugh cruelly, then sit back to reflect on their villainy. Let's talk to him. Hey guys. Oh! Am I interrupting anything? Oh! Why, of course not, Mr. Pharkas. We were just talking about you, The sheriff surreptitiously elbows Phineas in the ribs. Oh! That is, we were simply chatting after an invigorating workout. Sheriff. Sheriff, you know about the fire down at the assay office? A fire? No. You don't say. Well, that's dreadful. Why, if I'm not mistaken, a fire could wipe out most of Main Street, and say it'd take your pharmacy right up along with it. I hates to contemplate it. They snort and giggle like a couple of school children. I think this is one of the few times in the game there's not a timer. Alright, so clearly the banker and the sheriff are behind all this mess that's been happening, and there's someone higher up than them. Well, let's brothel it up. First thing I'm going to do is take these postcards. You snatch the French postcards. Very important, that's missable. Ooh la la and va va voom. They're the two ladies featured prominently on these spicy French postcards. They're spicy. Alright, let's talk to these ladies. Howdy, Miss Virtue. You sure are a vision of loveliness. Thank you ever so much, Freddy. And you, sir, are a studying buff. What does that mean? Just that you're the manliest prescription-filling man I ever did see. Thank you. The sheep intrigues me. We'll get to that. Howdy, Chastity. Howdy to you too, you big old sloppy hunk of manly macho woman-loving man. Laying it on a little thick tonight, aren't we? Yeah, business is slow. I gotta keep in practice. And there's you. Bah. Translation, how much do you charge anyway? Ba ba ba. Translation, I'm sheep at twice the price. What? Ba ba. Translation, sounds like a deal. Ba. Translation, yes, it costs next to mutton. Okay, and lastly we have you. Evening, Purity. Yes, it's virtue, chastity, and purity. Evening, Freddy. Has Madam still got you under lock and key, or are you going to let us get a hold of one of you these days? I'm afraid I'm all hers for the time being. Well, if you ever change your mind, honey, you know where to find us. And when and how often and for how much. Okay, so at this point, I think we're just kind of waiting out Madam. Yeah, let's just look around. See what we can see. Madam set out some wine and glasses. A few drinks help customers loosen up. The girls are already loose enough. But Tish. Or wait a minute, the customers drink the wine and get tight, and the girls aren't... Oh, never mind. Chastity, a girl who knows her stuff. In fact, every man knows her stuff. Purity, she's 99 4/100% impure. 99 and 4/100, but she still floats. Ladies and gentlemen, it's virtue one of Madam's best laid plans. Here we go. Va va voom. Hey, big boy, it's about time you showed up. Remember her from the other night? Shall we take in that pharmacy bill out and trade? Sure. Oops. Click too far. Anyway, we are. Freddy, I think you should leave. You mean just because I'm using you for cheap, tawdry pleasure and my heart really belongs to Penelope Prim, the gorgeous young and obviously more virtuous schoolmarm? What? Who? Oh, dang it, I clicked too fast. Oh, I was just saying I think you should leave. That is, leave town. Oh my, there's just no good way to say this. The girls have said that the sheriff and the banker talk in their sleep. They hate you, Freddy. They want you dead. They're out to get you. It was something about you foiling the plan and how they had to get you out of the way. You have to run, Freddy. You have to get out of town by sundown. Now, don't you worry, Sadie. I've been doing a pretty good job up till now using just my wits and my pharmacological knowledge, haven't I? I'm not going to just turn tail run and leave you and Penelope and Coarse Gold behind me to fend for yourselves. You're not listening to me, Freddy Pharkas. Those men are coming with guns. Big guns. Guns with long barrels. Long, hard barrels. All right, calm down. Long, hard, steely barrels and low-slung holsters and... Sadie, snap out of it. Oh, sorry, I was just visualizing. Anyway, you're not going to be able to outthink your way out of those men with guns. If you set on staying in town, you'd have to, you know, take up gunslinging again. That's out of the question. I left all that behind me years ago. I'm just not that kind of boy anymore, and I don't want to discuss it. Stop it! You've got a choice, and that's all there is to it. You either leave town and save your hide, or you pull yourself together and face reality. Quit your talking about potions and liniments. They're not gonna stop no bullets. It's time to get off of your cute little butt and give these men a taste of frontier justice. Now what are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know. Hold me, Sadie. Press me to your ample bosom and let me decide tomorrow. Okay. And so he did. Act 3, Guns and New Roses. Yeah, it's a Guns N' Roses reference. Now let's see, where was I? Oh, that's right. Madame Bovary begged and pleaded with Freddy to either leave town or take up his old gunslinging ways, something which Freddy was just a mite reluctant to consider. So they decided to sleep on it, and though they didn't get much sleep, Freddy did mull it over somewhat. The next morning, he decided to... I'm not gonna... Maybe I better wait. Never mind, just go on. He sleeps above. Penelope, Course Gold, Madame Bovary. I know I've got to get out of this town before they gun me down, but I can't. Course Gold's my home, and darn it to heck, language. I'm not gonna let some cheap criminals run me out of my home. Sadie's right. I've got to be the man I once was. I've got to dredge up my ugly past, meet it square in the face, stare it down, pick it up, dust it off, fluff it up, and put it on again. All right. So, that's enough of the ding-dang pharmaceutical stuff. It's time to get our hands dirty. And so we're going to. Screw you, pharmacy set. Oh, hi, pharmacy. Serenity, who let you in? Your most gracious Native American running gag permitted me egress from the outside of the street. It was then that I allowed him to knock himself off for the remainder of the day, since we are still closed. That's fine, Serenity. Look, I've reached a decision. My life is in danger. I have to take up gunslinging, and I'll need your help. Pardon this for being said, Freddy Pharkas, but you are a humble pharmacist. Shooting as perfectionally as a gunslinger is a skill requiring most years of tireless practice. You are ill-equipped. Perhaps you should make peace with your chosen deity and prepare to go to the great pharmacy counter in the sky. Serenity, you'll have to trust me on this. I used to be a gunslinger before I took up pharmacology. I did it before, and I can do it again. It shouldn't take me too long to brush up on my skills. Just gotta find my guns and do a little practice. Sorry. Very well, Freddy Pharkas. When you are prepared, meet me at the edge of town, and together we shall practice what little must be left of your shooting skills, yes. Alright. Oh, they get closer every time. I was born in Course Gold, and damn it, I'm gonna die here. And no sidewinding cracker croaker is gonna ruin me. Is that from Blazing Saddles? No way, no how. Not only is that authentic frontier gibberish, Olson Johnson is right about Howard Johnson's being right. What? Hey, farting horses, hey! Yay! Do I need the cow pie? I think I do. You bravely, stupidly grab the steaming, fly-laden horse poop. Fortunately, it seems to be holding together well as you place it in your pocket. Yeah. How can we put this delicately? It's a fragrant, freshly baked road apple. Or is it a pile of corn fritters? Horse farts. And highlighted. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The horse farts are back. At least that one was. All right, let me, yes, okay. So if you guys remember, in the last stream, I found a letter in my roll-top desk from an old friend of Freddy's who swore to keep the key to Freddy's old lockbox with him until death. Well, folks, that's where my guns are. And so, we're gonna do a little digging. Wake the dead! Glancing furtively around to see if Doug's within sight, you grab his shovel. Shovel. Boom. You start to dig up the freshly laid grave. Muscles that haven't been used in years begin to groan and whine, but with the gritty determination of a professional grave robber, you toil on. And on. And on. Alright. Whee! You carefully search through the many pockets of Graves' $3 suit until you discover the safe deposit box key you entrusted to Phil so many years ago. In a touching display of emotion and a hidden desire to carry a little less around with you, you fold up Philip's letter and place it under his folded hands. Now he's a correspondence corpse. Alright, we're going to be nice and make sure he's dug back up. You begin the arduous task of replacing the heaping mound of dirt one shovelful at a time, over and over. And great. Okay. So now we've got the... I've got a lot of keys. So, let's go get those guns. You've heard Granny, get your gun. This is Freddy, get your gun. This is the other outhouse, but it's missing the backside. Also, there's a noose just hanging out. All right, Bob. I don't think it's Bob. I don't remember what the banker's name was. Hank? Benjamin? Josephus? All right. You hand the safe deposit key to PH Balance. It'll be ready Tuesday. Oh, I mean, allow me to fetch your safe deposit box. Allow me to fetch your safe deposit box for you immediately. And so he does. It's a good sound. That's like the same sound from the Price is Right Safecracker. All right, let's check it out. Pew pew. You lovingly lift your pistols from the box where they've spent the past decade. I think that's it. Oh, yes, and my lucky neckerchief. And I'm really beginning to feel... Wait a minute, the last time you wore this was when Kenny shot your ear off in St. Louis. Maybe it's not that lucky a handkerchief. And that's it. Exit. That's the Sierra logo, by the way. Fancy Sierra logo. I'm all done now. And there we go. All right. Thank you for using the Bank of Bob. Bob, all right. The Bank of... formerly the Bank of Robert. Whoa, that was really fast. Okay. I don't know why I'm way faster all of a sudden. Yeah, let's throw down a save. We'll use save number 2, because I don't know. There might be a timer. Those folks might be heading into town any second. I don't know. So I'm slowly getting me old outfit together. So I've got a claim check for some boots. Let's go ahead and cash that in. I believe our favorite Irish-Italian has it at the barbershop. His name is O'Hannigan's? O'Hanahans. Good old O'Hanahan. I need a couple of things from O'Hanahan that I'm going to go ahead and get. All right. What? What is he doing? You rascal. Hey, I put out a fire last night and saved the town. Proud of me? Of course I'm proud of you. Now he's Scottish as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give him the postcards of the ladies. And he'll give me a little present in return. What's going on? Oh, the clicker's like down in the bottom. That's weird. You hand Salvatore the French postcards. Your customers may not be able to read, Salvatore, but I bet they would enjoy looking at pictures. No, they're not interested in... Wait a minute! What in the hell are those girls doing? I'm not sure, but I don't think it's legal on this side of the Sierra Nevada. Well, no, that's exceptional generosity. It's got to be reciprocated. Could I be interested in a free shave? No, thank you, Sal. Then how about a free wisdom tooth extraction? Oh, mine are already out. Had them pulled in the dental department while I was in college. Needed the extra money for tuition. Well, then let me see. He studies his barbershop's interior carefully. Hey, that's got it. Take this. A bottle of that newfangled nitrous oxide I got off in the forest. Well, go lagging last week. Ain't none of those guys around here wants to be the first man to sissy to stand up to me old forceps for a little old tooth pulling. Well, thank you, Salvatore. Perhaps I can use this in some of my experiments. Alright, so I've got the nitrous oxide. I also want my boots. Sal, do you still have that pair of boots I dropped off for a shine? I know it's been about 6 years now, but I just remembered I left them here. Let me see. What's the number on this claim check? He searches under the counter. Yep, they're still here. They'll be ready next Tuesday. Never mind, I'll just take them as is. Hey, don't worry about the short storage charges, okay? So I've got my old boots back as well. Okay. We are going places. Let's see if I can go out the back door. Perfect. Okay. Went out the back door just so I can go ahead and meet with Srini. Let's do it. It's 9:02. I was thinking about cutting it off at 9:02, but I think we're close enough to finish this game tonight, so I think I'm going to push forward. Let's save. That's right, another hour of Riff Arcade. Today at work. Work today was very physically challenging, but I'm in a good mood because we did some really cool Riff Arcade stuff. All right, Srini. Where's my guns? Oh yeah, I think I can drink these now. You take a swig of water from the water tower. Uh-oh. Your stomach starts to make strange sounds. Your small intestine begins to whine. Your lower intestine starts complaining loudly. Finish Freddy Pharkas Frontier Pharmacist. Oh, we got a stretch. The water, obviously contaminated, has really opened up the sluices. You spend a few minutes in extreme discomfort. Oh, that feels good. That helps from the physicality from work. A few moments later, you emerge feeling refreshed. Gee, that water's got a nasty kick to it. All right. Church. All right. So, do I need to equip my gun? Yeah, when you equip the gun, the cursor becomes a gun reticle. Maybe Srini is in fact on another edge of town. Let me speed things up. Let's go on a Srini hunt. Could he be? He is not. He is not here. No. All right. I may only have 3 crossings left. I've crossed it like 5 times on this stream alone. Oh, went up here. Where's that rascal? I'll look it up in a second if I don't find him. Pretty sure he just said to get your guns and meet him on the edge of town. Little sweet shop on the edge of town. Whoa! No, he is not there. Do I need bullets? I think I need bullets. Your old pistol's looking somewhat tarnished after so many years in storage, but probably still serviceable. I think I do need bullets, though. Which I think are... I think I have them? Oh, no, he's right here. You return! Yep, I have the guns? Serenity, let's go practice my target shooting. Freddy, you have come up with a surprise, but you are needing ammunition before we can start commencing such an undertaking. Yes. Okay, so I do have to remember where the bullets are. Could it be upstairs? Chest. Oh, hey, I want that. You take your old gunslinger clothes and your good guy model Stetson hat. Awesome. What's in here? I think that's where the claim check was. And it was. Okay. What about back here? Those are my books. What about in here? There's nothing left in the drawer you can use. Small picture of your mother. Okay, well. Yeah, I'll use that second save again. Ammunition, ammunition, ammunition. Maybe the mercantile. Where would you guys keep ammunition? Don't answer that. Not in your gun. Don't store your guns loaded. Don't do it. Don't do it. Maybe they're in the school. Oh, that never mind. There's a really bad joke there that I don't want to make. Okay. The church? No. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to the mercantile. It's this guy. We'll go through the bar. We'll say hi to Sam. Don't believe any of them will have it. Mom wouldn't have any. I keep one bullet in my shirt pocket. Barney Fife. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chesterfields. Help yourself. I'll be right out. You never ever see Chester, other than that picture. All right, let me look it up. I could have sworn they're just in Freddy's. Found by giving the coffee to the sheriff. Okay. Coffee, 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 coffee. Okay. So I think I need to go talk to Mom. Get some coffee. Coffee. Yes. Freddy Pharkas, look what you brought in with you. What's next, honestly? Mom offers free coffee to regular customers. You're as regular as anyone. 11 a.m. every morning, you head straight for the outhouse. So as usual, you pour yourself a steaming hot cup of joe. Gross. I'm not a coffee drinker. I know lots of people are, but us non-coffee drinkers must unite. Oh, everyone left the stream. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's go talk to the sheriff and hand him some coffee. That makes sense. Yeah, Barney Fife. In a way, you had the answer all along. Say, Sheriff, I know how much a law enforcement person like yourself enjoys a good hot cup of coffee every now and then. Take down the Patriot coffee. Oh, the Patriot coffee. Thanks, partner, but you know what? Something sweet sure would taste good right now. Why, but that's true. I'll be glad to try and find you something to munch on. But in the meantime, I've been thinking about moving to another city. But I've got no bullets. I was wondering if you have any bullets that would fit an old 45. Old 45. Hey, sure, son. Here, have a box of these Remingtons. No charge, they're on the county. Old 45s. What's that? The Chromeo song. You think romance is dead and gone? Buy no jukebox with a 45. Put a nickel in it and it all comes back. Alright. Alright, Serenity's already left for the good stuff. So let's put the bullets in the gun. You slip the bullets in the chamber. All the old memories come rushing back to you. Even the ones about you and your first cousin under the daybed, back when you were a curious 8-year-old. Alright, little too much eye there, but okay. He's like a revolver ocelot. Like, soon as he puts the bullets in, he's like starts. He remembers how to fan. Snake. All right, let's do it. Well, Shrenny, I think I'm ready to try some target shooting. You ready? Oh, certainly. I am without a desire to waste any further for to stand in front of your blazing guns and take my life in your hands to help you perfect your shooting. How do you want to start? Perhaps it would be best thing if you place some targets upon the fence posts for a commencement. Alright, the first thing I want to do is turn the speed back down. Boop. Great. Alright, what's going to make some good targets? Beer bottles. You've all done it. Here we go! Alright. So I get to choose a difficulty. I had too much tequila last night. Go easy. I'm feeling pretty tough, but don't bust my chops. I'm one bad hombre. Do your worst. Let's do it. Okie the dokie, Freddy Pharkas. First, we shall see if you can successfully strike the bottles from afar with the bullets of your pistol. Then I will toss the bottles up in the air, and you may try to hit them in flight. Good luck, and may the best man win. Whoa, whoa! Got a little... I fired a weapon that hasn't been cleaned since Lincoln was assassinated. Huh. I do not remember that being a part of the game. Alright. I'll do that later. In a second. You got a yes! Important gun safety. Number 1, don't store your gun with bullets in them. Number 2, clean your weapons regularly. If you catch my meaning. No, okay. I still got the speed turned up, and I know what to do now. So let's just go get the coffee, get the bullets. I'll make another save. We'll be happy as a clam. Coffee, please! That's a cup of joe. That's like... And so many people, they're like, here, try this. No, you'll like this coffee. You'll like this one. This one's good. And then I'll drink it, and I'm like, yeah, it's coffee, isn't it? And then people are like, you just don't like the taste of coffee then. And I'm like, yes, that's what I said. That's what I've been saying. There we go.
Score.
Great. Got the bullets back. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, so I think cleaning the guns is very simple. You just have to use the handkerchief on it. You give the pistols a bit of sheen with the neckerchief. I think that's all it takes. I think. Actually, I'm going to save again. Yeah. Can I use the poopy? No. All right. Oh, I should have put it in the sheriff's coffee. I wonder if that's a thing you can do. That would be amazing. Okay. All right. I think they're clean. I think that handkerchief situation is it. I think that's the thing you have to do. So, let's try again. Let me set up my bottles. Do your worst. No, that's not correct. Okay. Clean my pistols. Can I just kind of poke them? You cock the hammers, twirl the pistols, fake a shot, slowly let the hammers back up. Okay. Dang. Alright, let's look it up. Oh, there's a cleaning kit. Oh, you do. Okay, so when the sheriff said he wanted something sweet, you do, in fact, also have to give him something sweet. Okay. So there is a pie sitting on the sill, on the back sill of Mom's Cafe that I have to get. Let's see if I can remind myself how to get it. Busted. Nice try, Freddy Pharkas. Okay. I hate that it plays chopsticks every time he appears on screen, but there you go. All right. I need to make a distraction. Oh, there's that sheep. They said, shear it off. Shear it all off. Cleaning solvent and a rod. Yes, thank you. Thank you. What is this? Tablecloth trick. No. Oh, it's the poopy. That's what the poopy's for. It's just a poopy. Don't you? Yes. Yes. Freddy Pharkas, I'll see you run out of town for this. Hop, sing, hop to it. Get out here and clean up this mess. Darn these flies. All right. All you in big water now. All right. All right, so here comes Hop Sing with the bug spray. So while he is distracted, that's right. We've got to swipe the pie. Oh, I'm such a rascal. That's why, like Barney Fife, I always keep one pile of dookie in my pocket. Boom, got the pie. Said dropped one stinking pie to get another. And by keeping a dookie in my pocket, I mean the Green Day album. Are you kidding me? When I Come Around, She, Basket Case, perfection. Green Day's greatest album, and you can't convince me otherwise. All right, to the sheriff. And if there is a timer on this segment, I'm probably so screwed by this point. All right, you stupid sheriff. All right, stupid sheriff. Here's your pie. Here you go, Sheriff Shift. I found some of Mom's nice hot apple pie for you. I know how much a law enforcing person like yourself enjoys sweet, fatty breakfasts. Why, thank you. I've been so hungry I could have had a bear. This'll sure go good with that cup of coffee you brung me earlier. Sheriff, do you have anything I could use to clean these old guns of mine before I leave town? They're mighty dirty, and I want to be prepared for my long journey. See, I'm telling him I'm gonna leave town, so he's like, hell yeah! Okay, son, but this gun cleaning kit will be the last thing I give you. Now get your guns cleaned, get your horse packed, and get your ass out of my town. Boom! Gun cleaning kit. Use it on the guns. You remove the bullets from your old pistols, then with the cleaning kit, you lovingly and polish the pistols till they shine like a coarse gold kid with his first passing grade. You remove a fair amount of rust from the barrel, a damn good thing, or you might have had a disaster. And you replace the bullets in the chamber. Boom! Alright. Anyway, where was I? Sheesh. Okay. Let's save again. Clean guns with kit sheriff gave him, kills sheriff. Yes! Like, what are we talking about? Game over. Let's call it a day. Anyway, we've already read this. Let's shoot some bottles. Boom. I should not have done the hardest difficulty. I have infinite bullets, by the way. I think. All right. Now Serenity's gonna throw some. Bang, bang, bang. Got it. Nice shooting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. I'd like to point out the speed at which he is shooting the revolver. Ba ba ba. Like faster than an automatic. Dang it. I'm not going to do the hardest. There's another part later on. I'm not going to do the hardest difficulty for that part. It's very windy in Coarse Gold. At least the music's getting really good. Very Sunset Riders-y. Gosh, okay, come on. Come on, Freddy. Got it. There's a limit. It's like after you shoot a certain amount of bottles, you pass. I did this to myself. There we go. No! Oh, that's so close. Also, his revolver has a laser sight. Whoops. Okay, can I, Ugh, no. I gotta be close. This is why I don't play first-person shooters with a mouse. Give me a controller any day. I was at a table, I was on a cruise one time with a bunch of World of Warcraft players. and I told them I play computer games with a controller, and like simultaneously and instinctively, everyone at the table went, ugh. I was like, all right. Got a bunch of mouse and keyboard elitists over here. Because they like their first-person shooters to feel like they're doing Excel spreadsheets. Don't want to actually pull a trigger. No, heaven forbid. How many... so for you gamers out there watching the stream, who uses mouse and keyboard and who prefers controller? I'm a controller all the way, but then again, I grew up on consoles. Controller, yes! Because this is garbage! Mouse and keyboard unless it's third-person action adventure. Makes sense. What do you prefer about mouse and keyboard? Is it just... I think it's accuracy is what most people say. There we go. Got it. Okay, good. Very good, Freddy Pharkas. Just let us try some quick drawing. Just make sure you hit the target and not me. Oh, it starts me down at the bottom. Ooh. I'm applauding inside myself. Now for the big challenge of all. 6 bottles at once! You're more accurate with it and you grew up with it. Yeah, that makes sense. Literally use it all day for work. That's the specific reason I don't use mouse and keyboard, is because I'm like, I just feel like I'm working. Well, thanks, Freddy. My life and the lives of every man, woman, and ruminant in this town depend on my being quick with a gun. Did you not mention earlier that your life is in danger most forthcoming? Something like that. Might I then suggest that you might be excellent to placing a disguise upon your person, thereby making it to appearances that Freddy Pharkas has no longer around in this locality. Good thinking, Srenny. I need a disguise of some sort, something that will strike terror into the hearts of the bad guys. I know, a bat! I'll disguise myself as a bat, and then you can be Srenny the Boy Wonder. Have you got leotards? Pardon me for asserting, but this bat thing is really hokey. You're right. Too juvenile. Let's see, how about, might I suggest a skin-tight costume with flowing cape, and placed upon the manly chest thereof a large F for Pharkas. Nah, that'd never work. I don't really want people to know I'm Freddy, remember? Then perhaps you are needing to do something about that right ear, or rather the lack of that right ear. Dang it, you're right. Everyone knows me as a one-eared pharmacist. I need to make a new one somehow. Maybe forge one out of metal or something. I'll give it some thought and meet you back at the pharmacy once I've completed my disguise. There's a pigeon. Or a duck? I don't know. Alright, so I do know part of the disguise is my ear, and I need Woodland Willie's help for that. So I give him the wax I got from the church way back in the first episode. Willie, I'm in need a way to disguise my ear. Do you think you could do something creative with this? Something in the shape of an ear, perhaps? Offhand, I'd say do it your dang self. My nap time's coming up shortly. I've had a hard day of whittling. But you could maybe do some lost wax casting with this sucker do the trick. Lost what? Lost wax casting, son. What do you do? Sleep your way through metal shop? I guess I must have. What's lost wax casting? That's casting with an apostrophe, sonny, not an ing. Anywho, you can make all sorts of things by making a wax positive, using clay to make a mold, then melting down the metal and pouring it into a mold. To make a mold, it carves whatever you want to cast out of wax, see? That's what we call a positive. Once you got the wax positive, you take some clay, see, and you pack the clay all around the positive. You just leave a little hole at the top so you can get the wax out. So now you got your wax inside the clay. Well, you just heat that sucker up until the wax goes all oozy, and it pours out the wax out. That's the lost wax part, see? Now you got your empty clay mold, what we call a negative. You smelts down your metal and pour the metal into the negative. Once that hardens up, you can just scrape off the clay, and there you are. Did you get all that? I think so, I'm not sure. Well, that's what your restore button's for, kiddo. Now scram booch. Okay. I didn't know we were playing Cosplay Simulator. We sure are. So is he not? Okay, alright. I guess I need some clay. And I think I can just get some clay out at the swamp. I do believe. Save. Save. And clay. Clay. Let's see, let's see. All right. Okay, here we go. Clay, clay, clay. Nope, looking it up. Not ringing a bell. Oh, it's in the graveyard. Okay. Let's go to the graveyard. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah, you grab a handful of clay from the pile beside the grave. Well, you never know. It could come in handy. Okay. So I've got some clay. Now I think Willie will make me an ear. I hope. Oh yeah, the wax. He's gone. You pick up Woodland Willie's knife just to borrow a while. Nice. So I'm going to do it myself. Alright. Use the Whitland knife. With my newly acquired skills, I whittle the candle wax into the shape of an ear, one that could theoretically attach snugly to the small knot of cartilage that remains of your original ear. Eee, that's... Oh. Where's the warning on the box that says, warning, this game contains references to small knots of cartilage? Having inadvertently gunked up the knife good and proper with wax, you toss it away, hoping that Willie finds it sooner or later and thinks he stupidly dropped it. Okay, now I take the clay and pack it on the ear. You pack the clay in and around the wax ear, leaving some of it open so that you can pour out the wax later. I now have a mold. So now I want to heat up. And we all know where a flame is. So let's hop to it. I do believe the game crashed. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay. Welcome to Freddy Pharkas Frontier Pharmacist. Sheesh. Okay. So I think I'm at... Yeah, I need the clay. Really hope that wasn't the timer I brushed up against. I don't think it was, because the game would have just... I would have gotten a game over. The game wouldn't have just crashed. Okay. So. The clay. Come on down to Whitland Willie's. Don't know what that was about. Don't know why the game crashed. Take the knife. Knife. On. Wax. Clay. On. Ear. Okay. Save. Game. There we go. Try that again. Fingers crossed. Okay. Yep, that's going. Heat it up. The wax in the mold slowly starts to melt. The melted wax runs out of the mold and spatters on the work table, resulting in an empty ear-shaped mold. Hot doggy. And a waxy tabletop, but that's not important right now. Okay. Perfect. So I now have the negative. Now I need metal. Liquid metal. I'll have to remember where to get that. Oh, it's this metal. That's right. You carefully take the medallion off the wall, thinking Srenny will never miss it. Freddy Pharkas, what an entirely unsatisfactory afterlife are you doing with my finally earned silver medallion? It's going to a good cause, Srenny. It's going to help make Course Gold a safer, saner place to live. I'm hoping so, Freddy, for all the sakes. Yes, that's Srenny's award. It's Srenny's 99.9 silver medallion awarded to him by the American Society of Salves, Holistic Ointments, Liniments, and Emollients Salesmen. Yes. So now we're just going to take that bad boy and melt it down. I think the Crucible. Yes, the Crucible. We're going to drop that silver medallion in the Crucible. We're going to heat that Crucible up to melt the silver. And I have molten silver. We're also going to set down that ear. Well, we'll do that. Pour the molten silver into the empty mold. And I think that's kind of just it. Now we can, yeah, you scrape the clay off and discard it, leaving you with a gleaming silver ear. Beautifully done. With an ear like this, you could, dare I say it, rule the world. I don't get it. But all that done, I believe I have completed my disguise because I now have. After I save, we'll go through the list. All right, I've got the jacket, the boots, the kerchief, the ear, the guns. I think I'm ready to go. Srenny, I think I'm ready to get dressed. Very good then. You start to dress and I will assist you in the shortest order. The warrant! Oh, we don't need warrants for what we're about to do. Mrs. Cleveland, I just want you to know that your Say No to Either campaign has really inspired me. I'm totally committed to wiping out anesthetic abuse in our lifetime. Yeah, you keep talking to photographs and you will be... Oh, wait, what? Oh, whoa. You start to dress and I'll assist you in the shortest order. Okay. Let's just do it here, I guess. With your boots, your clothes, your guns cleaned and loaded, your silver ear, and your lucky neckerchief, you're ready to get dressed and assume your identity as the gun-slinging stranger. You return to your penthouse suite high atop the glittering Pharkas Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Course Gold. There, Srenny greets you and solemnly assists you in the final preening. It's a somber and yet somehow exciting event. There I am! Look at me! There you are, Freddy Pharkas. You are mostly indeed a picture of stately, mysterious strangerness. Nobody will be positive to recognize you any now. Ha! Look at that star! Thanks for your help, Srenny. Course Gold owes you a debt of gratitude it can never repay. If anyone asks, Freddy Pharkas has left town, and if I don't come out of this alive, the pharmacy is yours. That is of a true generous nature you are displaying, Freddy Pharkas. As for me, I would like to open a pharmacy on the reservation among my people, but whether that is fated to be or not is in the hands of someone who is not I. Luck be with you, Freddy Pharkas. I am proud now. Yeah! The Loot. Act 4, Showdown at the Hallelujah Corral. Hallelujah Choral. I get it. I get it. The stage was set for Freddy's showdown. Wait, did I say slow down? I meant showdown. No, I did say showdown, didn't I? I thought I did, weren't sure. Anywho, now that Fred was wearing his silver ear thing and his old gunslinging duds, nobody except Shranny recognized him. Not even Sadie Overy or Penelope knew who he was. They thought Freddy had skipped town. And just when they thought this new guy was just a handsome silver-eared stranger who happened to be especially up on his pharmacology. Now, Freddy didn't have a lot of time to lose because things in Coarse Gold was getting worser and worser. Nice. I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Go back to save 1. And we are off. Gross. Now, if I remember correctly... Oh, that's Chester. Oh, that's Chester! You've never seen Chesterfield so downtrodden. Why, it looks like he's lost his best friend. He's wearing a sandwich board upon which has been very hastily scribbled, "Will polish ears for Stagecoach Fair." Polish ears, mister? I'm trying to get Stagecoach Fair to Chicago. No thanks, Chester. I'm broke. But hey, doesn't that trip to Chicago by stagecoach take just about forever? Well, yes, but I've always wanted a life on the stage. But bump. Alright. So yes, Chester has been shut down. Say, partner, that's a woeful little sign you're carrying there. We'll polish ears. What's the problem? Why so down on your luck? Well, I'll tell you, even though I don't usually talk to silver-disguised strangers, there's a man inside who's the best goddamn poker cheat I've ever seen. I never even knew he was stealing my store until it was all over. You see, I bet everything I owned, including my store, on a queen-high straight flush, and that son of a gun was holding a king-high. Don't feel bad, fella. I probably would have done the same. By the way, did you get this gambler's name? Name? Sure did. Wheaton Hall is his name, but everybody calls him Aces, and I can see why. Thanks for your time, and I hope things work out for you. Might just pay Mr. Aces a little call. All right. So now someone has shown up in the saloon. Ooh, I got stuck on Chester. And is swindling people out of business. And there he is! Lay a hand on me and they'll be sifting your corpse for buckshot. Geez, in Europe I hear men touch each other all the time and they hardly shoot each other for it. Yeah, well, over here we're much more civilized. Alright, so what I want to do... How's the game going, Slick? Who wants to know? Just interested. Well, it's going nicely, Justin. I've won the deeds to the saloon, the cafe, the school, and several other plots of land. My employer will be pleased. I should have the rest of the town sewn up in a few minutes. Who is your employer? That information is covered under the terms of boss huckster privilege. Alright, so I want to watch them. Let's see if we can grab that third hand of his. You're cheating! That's a fake left hand! Your real hand is hidden under the table. You've been feeding good cards into your hand and taking away the bad ones. Why, yes, silver-eared stranger, you're correct. Almost. As you see, I have no cards in my left hand. I only have this. Now turn around, Silverhair. I think I'd rather shoot you in the back so I don't have to see that ugly face of yours. Uh-oh. Alright, so here's the deal. I'll save. I can't shoot him directly because this happens. I mean, he's got me dead to rights, basically. But if I try to shoot him directly... I have to get out from cover, and he kills me. Well, you got to admit the fella died trying to defend his town. Anyway, he says stuff. So we have to find indirect ways to make this happen. So let's try the painting. Killed a different guy. Please be kind. Be kind, please rewind. Okay. Alright, how about the chandelier? Whoops. Alright, how about the beer bottles? I killed the sheep person. How about him? Oh, the piano. I think it was Leisure Suit Larry. No, okay, so none of those are good. So what we want to do is shoot the banister underneath the bar. Boom! He did it! What a manly man! Riverboat gambler in the corner pocket. I could have done that if I'd wanted to. I just didn't feel like it, that is all. Now when the townsfolk caught wind of how Aces had been cheating, the sheriff had no choice but to arrest him and return all the deeds. But no sooner had one brouhaha died down than another started up. Without warning, you hear gunshots out in front of the saloon. There's a lot of yelling and shouting too. What's going on out there? Alright, so I think we need to go around the back. And we need to look from the stairs. Okay. You encounter dozens of rowdy cowhands from that cattle drive outside of town who are carelessly firing their guns everywhere and frightening, not to mention killing, the locals. Let's stampede the women and rape the cattle, they shout. That is from Blazing Saddles. Luckily, the rowdy cowboys don't notice you from down below. Alright, so what you have to do is take O'Hanahan's laughing gas, set it on the balcony, and then suddenly the Smith brothers took over the saloon and started throwing bombs. Yes! Don't worry, ma'am. We'll take care of it. Alright, so if I go past that screen where they are, they will shoot me dead. But I've placed that nitrous oxide, so I need to get a good vantage point far away and pull the trigger there. And that place is from Madame Overy's gazebo here. So here we are. As you can see right through the trees, there's our nitrous oxide canister. Boom. You take careful aim with your pistol and slowly squeeze off a shot. You did it! You shut off the canister's valve. They're dead. They died. They're dead. Yipperoonie! Freddy done made them cowhands left themselves to death with a well-placed bullet. Of course, he didn't have much time to celebrate. The sheriff and the banker and their mysterious employer had figured that the mysterious silver-eared stranger might be a little too much for them amateur rowdies to handle. So they'd called in some big guns from down south, just as backup, don't you know. We're closing in on it, folks. There's only a couple more parts left in the game. I think we can do it in about 10 minutes. All right. Who is this? Oh, it's everybody. Okay. Hey, knock off the sound effects already. What's that rotten smell? Oh no, it can't be. You recognize that smell from your old days as a lawman. More dangerous than Jesse James. Meaner than Johnny Ringo. deadlier than William Money. More fun at cocktail parties than Rooster Cogburn. I don't get that. It's the legendary Lever Brothers. Yup, it's us, handsome-eared stranger. Nah, I don't like that voice. And we're here to put you 6 feet under. Under what? Your fervent prayers that your few minutes of target practice with Srenny will be sufficient preparation for odds like this. Alright. So this time I'm going to say, well, I won a Tiddlywinks the other day. I'll give it my best shot. Alright, here we go. Boom. Boom. That's a sheep. Boom. Maw. Vulture. What? Oh. That's Serenity flying in the background. What? Uh-oh. Oh, here's a good guy. And that was me. Buffalo Bill. Shoot. Yeah. Oh, snail. Okay. It's a shooting gallery. Yeah. Did it! With his refurbished shooting skills, Freddy was able to blast the Lever Brothers to smithereens. Rooster Cogburn played by John Wayne. Thank you. That's who that was. Now those varmints out of the way, Freddy figured that was the end of the story. That somehow the Lever Brothers was responsible for everything that had been going on around town. But Freddy was wrong. The Lever Brothers had been hired for the task of getting rid of Freddy by whomever hired the cowhands and whomever was in cahoots with Sheriff Shift and PH Balance. And no sooner had Freddy's gun stopped smoking than he heard a familiar twang and a few chords of someone's theme music. What was that? Could it be? Nah, what would he be doing way out here in the middle of nowhere? Who is it? You haven't heard that chord in years, and yet here it is again, strangely recognizable after all this time. And in your heart, you know it must be him, and yet, how did he find you? Will he be fooled by your disguise? Does he still eat paste? Kid, I want you out of town by sundown. Why, sure, stranger. I'll be riding out of town well before sundown. I'll leave in your sorry carcass for the buzzards to pick apart. Will not. Will too. Not. Too. I refuse to play this juvenile word game with you. I refuse to play this juvenile word game with you. What are you doing now? Repeating everything I say? What are you doing now? Repeating everything I say? So that's why they call you Kenny the Kid, because you're nothing but an immature little child, an anal retentive case of arrested development, with an unresolved Oedipal complex and probably codependent to boot. You know, you were a punk when I faced you back in St. Louis, and you're a punk now. Say your prayers, outlaw. Say your prayers, outlaw. No, cut that out! St. Louis? I didn't know anybody with a silver ear in St. Louis, yet you seem vaguely familiar. Maybe we'll have time to compare yearbook photos. In hell! Well, you knocked the gun out of my hand, hero, but it weren't good enough to keep me from hitting you first. Sorry I got a mite too sloppy when I pierced your ear there. Ha ha! You shot my other ear. I reckon you'll be bled to death in a few minutes. Guess I can tell Penelope that you won't be interfering with her plans anymore. Penelope? What did he say? Your head's swimming, but you know you heard him say Penelope. Could it be? Could she be the cause of all this? So he leaves, and we have a few seconds to get my lucky handkerchief and plug my ear with it. You place your lucky neckerchief on your ear and press it to staunch the flow of blood. You never realize there are major arteries running through your ear. With every remaining ounce of strength, you pull yourself up and head off towards the schoolhouse to see Penelope. Penelope, your beloved. Penelope the traitor! Freddy dragged his bleeding self over to the schoolhouse. The anger and hurt was just ripping at his gut like a swarm of bot flies on roadkill. Only worse, because Freddy, unlike roadkill, was still alive. The school door was unlocked for once, and Freddy walked right on in. Showdown time, folks. So yeah, what I want to do here is... Oh, everything's locked. Okay, speed is locked. Everything's locked down. Okay. When Freddy stepped inside, Penelope was standing at the desk packing in a hurry. She didn't even notice him come in. Gazing at her like that, Freddy saw her for the conniving snake in the grass she really was. All the bitter hurt and betrayal and rage was too much for Freddy to hold down, and it churned inside of him, and finally welled up, bubbling to the surface in a furious storm of outrage as Freddy cried out. Hey, Penelope! What the hell? Oh, what's you, the silver handsome-eared stranger? Handsome silver-eared stranger, you mean? Oh, right, I, thought Kenny'd taken care of you. Are you kidding? He did just the opposite. He hurt me. Look at my ear. Why, you poor man. You poor brave cowboy. Can I save? I really want to save. Yes. Okay. You're wounded. Here, I'll just tear this strip off my petticoat. Penelope placed her hands upon her bodice and began to slowly unbutton it. You know, ever since I saw you capture that big bad gambler at the saloon, I've been thinking about you. Thinking about how I wanted you. She slowly slipped her hands under the fabric. Could this be my Penelope? Is it hot in here or is it just me? Am I the only one breaking out? Thinking about how I needed you. And before Freddy knew it, Penelope yanked a derringer from her bosom and aimed it at him. Dead. Drop him, gunslinger. Now. So what we're going to do is grab this chalkboard. Or get shot. Okay. Maybe I do have to drop him first. Okay. There we go. You resignedly unbuckle your holsters, letting your gun slip to the floor. Penelope appears to relax a little, but her finger is still on the trigger of the derringer. Looks like she might shoot at any moment. Whoop, okay. So now I want to grab the chalkboard. You grab the slate and whip it around just in the nick of time. Boom! Nice. Straight from an episode of Gunsmoke. Pistol packing school marm. Really? As you bend down to pick up your gun belt, Penelope hurls the derringer straight at your head. She only had one shot in those derringers. Before I kill you, Mr. Gunslinging stranger hero type, let's find out who you really are behind that silver ear. Uh-oh. Freddy, you! Yep, it's me. Yes, it is I. Boy, you can't take the wicked villainous hoodwinking double-crossing lying slut out of the school teacher, but you can't take the school teacher out of the wicked villainous hoodwinking double-crossing lying slut. Why, Penelope? Why on earth have you done all this? I suppose I can tell you. You know too much already, so I can never let you live. Yes, Penelope, why? I just finished my education back in Western Pennsylvania at the local Meadville Normal School when I saw a small ad on the school bulletin board seeking teachers for a lovely little village way out west. I wrote a letter of inquiry and was offered the position by the Course Gold Board of Education. They even sent the skate... Bruh, they did that. Soon after my arrival, which you saw in the prologue, I believe, I noticed the oily swamp behind the schoolhouse. Being a good Pennsylvania oil country girl, I grasped immediately that Course Gold was literally oozing money. But I could never afford to buy mineral rights on the meager pittance they pay to a single unwed female teacher, so I made a little arrangement with Mr. Balance. He foreclosed whichever mortgages he could and convinced Sheriff Schiff to shut down everyone else. Balance would get the land and buildings for a song and give me the mineral rights I wanted as long as I gave him what he wanted. Wink. But Penelope, you seem to be such a sweet, innocent young woman. How could you be such a sleazebag? It had to be me, Freddy. Don't you see? It's always the person you least suspect. I didn't suspect Spranny. Could it be him instead? It's a little late for that now. Wait, I really didn't suspect me. Well, if it's you, then I'm doing the town a favor by disposing of you, aren't I? Penelope snickers cruelly. Then readying her handbag, she eyes the lantern sitting on the newel post. Oops, how clumsy of me. Oh well, course Gold won't be needing a schoolhouse anyway. Alright, so she has ignited the oil that has flooded the basement. Wait! There were a lot of other people I didn't suspect. Alright, so I gotta wiggle, gotta wiggle, and I'm falling over. Now I gotta scooch, gotta get to the ear. Got to the ear. You scooch the chair closer and closer to your precious silver ear and just manage to snag it. Alright, now I've gotta rough the ear up. Smart thinking! You frantically give the silver ear a few quick rubs on the stone floor. In a trice, the silver ear gets a sharp edge, ragged and rough, but sharp enough to be dangerous. That means I can cut ropes. I've cut the rope. You managed to slice into the ropes with a sharpened silver ear. Patoom! Aw, yeah. Justice will be done, madam. I knew I shouldn't have wasted my time packing these cumulative grading folders. I shall allow you to choose the manner of your demise. Say what? Gozer! No. Sorry you took too long to decide. Penelope grabs one of the swords off the Civil War display above the blackboard. And save? We'll go to number 2 now. Alright, so what I will do is also grab a sword. Ha! Okay, she's really good. Did I forget to mention downstairs that Meadville Normal had the nation's first female fencing team? I don't know, that was a pretty impressive half gainer. Yeah, I'll do the middle option. Saber, there we go. Oh, yeah, I gotta swing high, swing low. Swing high, high, low. Yes, okay. Low, low, high, low. Yes, high, 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 high. Yeah! Curses, you foiled me. It's not a foil, it's a saber. A foil is straight and has 2 sharp edges, unless it's the smaller French foil, which is still used chiefly for thrusting. A saber, like this one, is curved and has 1 sharp edge. As a teacher and a member of the fencing team, you of all people should have known that. Oh no, defeated and corrected. Now I really feel bad. And thank God for my high school intramural sports program, otherwise I'd be Fettuccine Alfredo by now. Finish her! Yes! Kenny! Okay, so fun fact, this is Ken Williams, one of the founders of Sierra Online. Why, I see you recognize you now, it's from the old neighborhood, Freddy something. Good to see you again, Kenny. I hope it didn't hurt your hand out there in the street. Alright, so what I have to do is very quickly, throw the ear like a ninja star. Whoops, there we go. Did I do it? Not my hair, Kenny, but with this! Wielding your sharpened ear like a Chinese throwing star, you whip it across the room at Kenny, and it catches him right in the throat. Gross! Ha ha! Oh, building's on fire. Time to scoot. Epilogue. Go rest, young man. Yes, sir, by gum, by cracky. With his one good ear all mangled and grody, Freddy managed to leap from the schoolhouse just seconds before it went up in the biggest conflagration course Gold had ever seen. The truth came out about Penelope and how she'd been plotting to buy up the oil rights. There was no earthly way she could have survived the blast. Still, it were curious how they never recovered the body. Sheriff Shift and PH Balance were run out of town on a rail. The townsfolk leased the oil rights to some big developers. Soon everybody was rolling in dough, sprucing up the town and revitalizing coarse gold. Me? Eventually I found my whittling knife all gunked up. I don't remember dropping it. I must have had a spell of stupidity or something. And as for Freddy, well, he made himself another couple of silver prostheti. One to replace the ear that Kenny just shot off, and one to replace the silver ear that ended up fatally lodged in Kenny's windpipe. What with all the fuss, Freddy was able to keep his gunslinging identity a secret. And it were a good thing, too, because Freddy's adventures was far from over. This is the only game they ever made. There is no Freddy Pharkas 2. But that little nipper is another story. Now get off my lap. You're starting to compact my vitals. You bet your butt there's the ballad of the end of the game of Freddy Pharkas. Take it away, bouncing ball. Now the whole town still remembers how the whole schoolhouse was blown to embers, though Miss Prim's body was never ever found. While Sheriff and the banker let the folks of coarse gold red with anger, so tarred and feathered, they ran 'em out of town. Oh, Srenny became an ordinary Rexall TP shaman down on the Pecos, where engine hearts still burn. While the townsfolk safe from danger talk about that silver earlobe stranger. Where did he come from, and when will he return? Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas. Black gold fields were his legacy. It's Pharkas, Freddy Pharkas. Peerless, earless, and free. This is in such a bad key for me. And I have a horse now for no reason. And that's the Sierra logo again. Nice. Yeah! Yeah! Was that? Now we truly know how the... No, I'm taking sweat. The sweat was one. Sweat, yeah, sweat sounded better. There it is, the end. Magnificent. So now you folks have seen another Sierra classic adventure game. This one by Al Lowe and Josh Mantle. Credits to Fanny Sparkle and Gargle Pharkas. Yeah! So see, now, I know a lot of you were like, oh man, he's sleeping with the horror woman against his girlfriend. But now it doesn't seem so bad, does it? Freddy is my hero. Oh, this song is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the week, too. Oh. There's Aces. Coming soon, open megaphone night. Take your best shot, you'll die laughing. Oh yeah, that's your clue to put the laughing gas there. This Fred's butt. Fine, no retaliation, Williams. Mike W. Pickhinky. Mike Wiener. Yes, we saw this earlier. Can I click? Wait, Josh, can I ask a question? That's me. She's talking to Josh Mandel, but it's me. Cut! It's a blooper. Shelley, how many times are we going to do this scene? It's just that I don't understand my motivation for the speech. Oh, jeez. I mean, why would Penelope reveal this to Freddy? Why doesn't she just kill him and get on with it? Just do it, alright? I want to get home tonight. This is about acting, Gil. You wouldn't know anything about it. Shell, it's just a plot device so that the audience understands what's going on. Otherwise, we leave a lot of unanswered questions. Can't we just put it in the manual instead, Joshy sweetie? It's so dull. No, then they might read it before they finish the game. Ready to take it again? I suppose. And action. Nice. We're going a little over tonight, but I wanted to finish the game. Oh, hey! There's the piano music from the bar. Ha! Ow! Oh, God. You hit me again. You really hit me. Cut. Yes, I'm cut, and I'm bleeding, too. I hope it's serious. I'm gonna sue. This is what happened to Margaret Hamilton, you know. Where are you bleeding? My finger. I'll never pick his ear with that finger again. You shut up. This is all your fault. Can you suffer through one more take, Gil? Sure, Josho, and I'll bleed to death, but you'll have your game. That's what you want, isn't it? So come on, let's do it. What are we waiting for? Come on, let's go. Here's the pain, directed at Shelley. All right. Let's see, while that's kind of happening, I'll look for our raid for the night. Oh, my normal fellow. I'm but a weary traveler from a land far, far away. Cut. What was wrong with that? The accent slipped, Antonio. What are you talking about? That was perfect. You don't know an Indian accent if it hits you over the head. Who's going to Dragon Con? I do. Seriously, if I ever go to a thing in cosplay, I want to be Commander Keen. That seems like a good first, like, basic cosplay, because all I need is, like, a pink shirt and jeans, and, like, I'll just kind of find a Green Bay Packer helmet and, like, rip the face mask off. Antonio, don't walk on the ants. Ants! That's why I think you're lousy, ants. Mike, get Antonio's agent on the phone. Steve, get the rest of the programmers downhill. Gil, take 5. Goodness. Stunt double! I'm not doing this jump myself. I could break my neck. And he did, several times. Gil, just do it. Yeah, right, like that's in my contract. My stunt double's supposed to handle this. She can't, she quit yesterday. What, why? People, work with me here. I'm sensing reluctance. Now please, just do the jump before we lose the essay set, alright? Doesn't this scene take place at night? We're shooting a day for night. It's cheaper. The artist will fix it in post-production. Answered that question. Oh, I see. Off the set, Millie. But I wanted to watch Gil break his neck. Get out! He's nervous enough about doing the scene without you watching him! Was that Josh Spence, Butts, and Robert need to go dressed as Steve, Billy, Bob, and Cormano. Oh, coin flip on who's gonna be Cormano. I swear I'll sue if something goes wrong. This is what happened to Margaret Hamilton, you know. Just do it. Ow! Workers' comp! Workers' comp! Cut! I forgot about the bloopers. This is amazing. This adventure game is a work of fiction and is protected under law by the general heading of parody, which means we generally hope we can get away with everything we said and did in the game. If not, we'll fall back on the old. The people the events described here and bear no relation to any real imagined people or events loophole. A total of 34 animals were injured or maimed in the making of this game. After all, we wanted complete realism. Of course, of course. Oh, continue. Oh, I'll wait it out. And that's it. That's the whole thing. All right. Freddy Pharkas, Frontier Pharmacist. That's it. You've seen it all. There's no more. What are you waiting for? Go home. Movie's over. All right. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Let's do this. Since it's late, I'll just grab... Oh no! Who was the guy I was gonna do on Thursday? It was, a D&B Rush fan. Do you remember the guy? There's like AC Card Shark. And he's live! Perfect. Okay. Yeah, he's still playing classic SNES games, I think. Raid channel. AC Card Shark. Alright, so everyone, I hope you enjoyed Freddy Pharkas Frontier Pharmacist. Believe me, this was the easy way. As an adventure, this is an expert level adventure game. I would not play this unless you are, you kind of know how these things tend to go, and be ready for anger. Yep, AC Card Shark. Alright, so that's who we're gonna raid. Just be sure to look at, we've got our schedule posted on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well, so be sure to check the schedule. It's Twitch streams every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. and a pre-edited video on YouTube and Facebook every Saturday at 10 a.m. So be sure to check those out. There's going to be some really good ones in September. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, let's raid AC Card Shark, and I will see you all on the next episode of Riff Arcade. Good night, y'all!